Hey, welcome back to Black Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Valaverse Action Force Infantry Commando exclusive. This is front of the packaging. It looks pretty cool. Big window open box. You can see the figure and most of the accessories. Action Force at the bottom. These are recommended for ages 14 and above. Nameplate and Valaverse at the bottom. Got this really cool packaging. It has the diamond plate with the fire. Pretty decent. Here's the top of the packaging. It's the side. So pretty cool black and white artwork. Then we have the Infantry Commando SDS-05. It's the back of the packaging. Pretty cool artwork. QR code, a file card, which is pretty cool. I wish G.I. Joe Classified had file cards that were like the 80s. That'd be cool. You do get 2 auction points for this figure, so don't forget, if you don't keep your packaging, cut it out, save them. Supposed to do something with them in the future, so you can build those up and see what happens. Here's the file card up close. If you want to pause and read that, you can. I'll hold this for a couple more seconds so you can pause it. 3, 2, 1. This side. At one point, these were Dork Side Toys exclusive. We're not going to talk about that, but they are no longer in business, I believe. So these are now in Valaverse.com exclusive at retail price of $31.99. So they'll probably go in and out of stock as they sell them out. And maybe, who knows? It could be released one day if they're popular enough. I don't know. Bob in the box. Alright, pretty cool. With that being said, let's go and take a look at the figure outside the packaging. Okay, just a word of caution here. If you start taking your figure outside the packaging, this is the first time I've seen this. The antenna for the radio is already pre-installed, so you can see that there. I'm going to be very careful and don't break that off or bend it, or even possibly lose the antenna when you're taking it out of packaging. Yeah, heck, there he is right outside the packaging. How he comes out, there's that antenna. You're going to be very careful on how that looks. That's very thin, one of those fragile pieces. Here he is outside the packaging. Looks pretty awesome. Like, everybody loves these. These are great. I love the, I'm not a big desert fan deco, but with the green it really got me, so I picked me one of these bad boys up. They are quite hard to get sometimes. I got mine when they went up on Valaverse.com with the Special Deployment series. He's basically just a repaint of the other bucks, especially the the troopers, especially the head. You do get just you get 2 heads, just like the trooper packs. It's like a tan camo with the green on it. Does have a scarf. He has a tan vest. He does have a knife. We'll take a look at the accessories here in a bit. We have a green little spot there for like a flag or a name tag, whatever you want to put there. There's a black and silver carabiner there. The radio's black. It kind of looks good because it protrudes through the top of the vest, like right there. Very nice. There's like a gray around those butterfly joints. I don't know why that's gray, because it's kind of awkward in coloring there. It's like they screwed up or something. You see inside there the butterfly joints is gray. I didn't notice stuff inside the packaging, so that's kind of a little weird. The knife, it's got a gray sleeve. We'll look at the knife here in a bit, but the sleeve is gray. Green pouches there for the ammo clips, which are black. We'll take a look at that here when we look at the accessories. You have the gray belt, 2 gray belts. One's like sculpted. This one's sculpted here, and there's a black belt. This one's movable, so you can probably pull it down over that and hide it, or position it however you want. We have the gray gloves. We have the gray thigh pads. This one has the pistol case with the I like how this is done here, how they have the straps that go through the gray thigh pad. That's really realistic looking. Same color pattern for the other one, but this one we have a tan pouch on a gray thigh pad. But then same feature there, which is really cool. Then we have the gray knee pads, and we have the boots that are a different shade of gray. So we have a darker gray and a lighter gray. The boots, the scarf, and these butterfly joints and little pads on the shoulders, all the same color. And the thigh pads, the belt, and the knife and knife case are one darker gray. And I missed the hands. The hands are the same color as the boots. Then you have these black little pads, maybe for like padded gloves. It's a nice figure, nonetheless. I'm a side shot of him. Just the back. The back here, not much to see. I do like that they add a little bit of paint on the vest here, the green, or for all those elastic connections. If they actually were elastic, they put stuff in. There's the radio. So the black radio inside the gray pouch with the black antenna. The wire is really cool. Kind of comes through under the pad, and then the radio comes out in the front. So that's really nice detail. Yeah, out of the packaging, it kind of stands really nice. I noticed this little piece here you can hang something from right there. I mean, I didn't play with him all, I just took him out, showed you the wire, and there he is. He's a little wobbly, but he has good balance without having any of the accessories applied to him. So that's a good feature starting out. So overall, very nice figure, nice color palette. So it's a closer look at the face. The eyes are painted very nicely. Very cool. So some close-up images so you guys can check out all the paint aesthetics and all that great stuff, the sculpt. Pretty nice. There's his belt. Thigh pad. All those features we talked about, the black buckles, connectors. Bottom of his feet actually has some very nice, does look like real treads on real like military boots or working boots. That's a nice little sculpting feature there. Very cool. And here's the top of his head. Here's his radio again, close up. So you can see how cool it is. The textures, the sculpting there is pretty nice throughout their shoulder. I don't know what's going on with these. Well, we have these painted. That gray kind of almost looks like, I say, the prototype gray they use. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation of the figure with the scarf on. Let's see here. Ball joint, you can look up pretty nicely. Down about that much. Back to center, side to side, and then getting around the scarf, we have the 360 rotation. Pretty good tolerance for the neck joint. The arms are on a ball joint. They rotate 360. Can we get the T-pose? No. See, I don't know why they have this piece here. Needs to get rid of that. There's no point for that. I don't. This looks, it's awkward. It looks awkward in my opinion. Doesn't look natural. So, does have the butterfly joint arms. Can go in and out, but it's got that gray. It's like, why? It should be the same color as the figure. What's going on there? It doesn't look, I just don't like it. Stop it. Anyway, bicep 360 rotation. No problem. Looks good. Arms are stiff. I want to be careful just because I probably won't be able to get another one. Double jointed elbows. Looks fantastic. Gets you better than 90 degrees on both arms. For the hands, let's see here. We have this one has it up and down. Let's see if I can get it to work. Try not to tear the antenna out of his back is what I'm trying to Be careful. Yeah, get down and up. Very stiff. I'll have to heat that up a little bit. This one, same feature. I wish that one hand had the up and down, one had the in and out. It makes for better pedalability. He does have chest articulation, but it's under the vest, so you get to get this side to side, back and forth. That's more the waist, but the chest is there. I'm not going to take the vest off because some of those vests are a pain to get back on. I have to take them off. You definitely have to heat some of them, especially the gear packs. 360 rotation at the waist, obviously. And it's kind of hard, so I'm not going to force it. Here's that belt that if we can get up under there, bring it down, and you can position it however you like for your overall aesthetics. It's a little off center though because this should be in the center of his back side, and then just kind of pushed it too far. It'll fall down into place, and then push it down with your fingers. But you can hang that however you like. You do that cross look like that. That's a pretty cool look. I like that look. And then sometimes I just bring them down into the crotch piece here and just put it over the belt. And then I'm not gonna waste too much time on it, but you guys get the idea. And also, if you keep it down like that, it also keeps out of the way the rotation of the waist. Let's get his arms up and out of the way here. For the legs, it's about the most you're going to get on a split because of the thigh. Well, I guess I can move that thigh pad down, get a little more. These are drop down hips. Yeah, kind of like some drop down hips. A little stiff, but don't want to break anything. He does sit like a champ. All figures, that should be the standard right there for bend ratio for all figures, regardless of the scale. This way, more in the front, less in the back because of the back side. Then we have thigh cuts on both legs. Decent. Very stiff knees. They're double jointed. Can I get one to work? Don't have a hair dryer. Nope. Too stiff. Not going to break it. But they are double jointed knees. And if you've seen any Valaverse reviews, they're the same range. Boot cut. Feet are good. Did you pivot down? Up a hair. We have the rocker side to side. And then if you want to, you can get that rotation around the ankle. Very stiff. I'm not going to do that because I need to heat them up. So, you know, I've heard claims that, whenever I have to heat these figures, nah, it's not true. At this point in the game, I don't think any company can make that claim. I'm not sure what's changed from figures from before, but now they need heated. So let's take a look at some of the accessories. We'll start out with the ones that he has on his person. So everybody wants to see the knife probably. So it's the same knife. It's a repaint, black blade, and then we have the gray handle. I love the handle, always made a different color than the blade because it gives a lot of extra detail, and that fits very snugly. You could hear that. And the sleeve. Here is one of the two magazines. It is looks like the AK-47 magazine that's usually used with those. It's black. You get two of them, both removable. Same thing, nothing else to see. So the scarf is removable here. And the radio, the only thing that's removable is you can pull that antenna out. If you want, I'm not going to do it because that one's done pretty nicely. But again, it's the same from the basic buck line. You know, the trooper lines that you can buy for like $21.99. The black, the camo, the gray camo, and all the other stuff. So. Okay, for accessories, he does come with the alternate head. You have the option between a Caucasian soldier or an African American soldier. The paint deco for the camo is the same. The only thing different is the face, the eyes, and the skin color. Okay, he does have a helmet. a place for the optics on the front. This is a repaint from the green to black and all the other colors that we have. The side here we have these removable side shields. Those are just sitting on there with like a two little pegs, which I'll take off in a second. Let's see how he looks with it and how he fits. I'm not a big fan of the helmets, especially on the balaclava mask that the figures have. I do like the overall, it's hard to get this camera angle. Pretty cool. Fits nicely. Nice fit, snug. Not gonna fall off, so that's good. So let's get him standing again, and then all you gotta do is pull this side off like this. There it is down there, and this is what it looks like. I'm doing this because I want to show you the other attachments that come with it. That's how that looks without the side pieces. This is actually a real working helmet in real life, so if you don't like it, it's actually a real design. So the second option you have is these headphone type pieces. You get one for each side. One has a mic on it. Very flexible plastic. Be very careful with that. Definitely put one in a prone for being broken, especially if you stick your fingers in baggies or whatever. You're not going to want to break them. The difference between this piece and this piece is they have two pegs versus the one. You're going to want to utilize the hole in the back here, and it pops right in. Kind of just sits there, and that hole is this. Unfortunately, this there to be take away from the overall look at a figure. I hate holes in figures. So hard to hold on to this stuff sometimes. So that's what that looks like with those attached. And the mic's kind of high, maybe on his face. See if I can stick on his head without popping them off. That's what I was afraid of. And hooked right around the radio wire. Let me try that again. Okay, here we go. Just give you a close up of that. One of the things is the scarf gets in the way of those, so that's kind of a. I mean, you can get it. It's just very tedious, but that's how that will look. Now, the last part for the helmet we're going to talk about is these optics. This is tan plastic with the green lenses. I do appreciate them with the green lenses. That's cool. Painting the lenses is very nice. I think the green works great here. I like the red with the black, so, or the green with the black. Anything with black's cool, but I don't think the red would have looked as appealing as this does. So basically, we need to get the helmet off the head again. And there's two settings for this. So just on the front, you're going to peg this in. If I can get this in there. Yeah. So you have the look with the helmet, the upward look. And there I go, dropping it again. Trying to keep my fingers out of the way, not knocking anything off. So you can have the option of having these microphone headsets versus those side shields with the optics or without the optics. So you have a couple different scenarios there. So it looks pretty good, right? Can we get it back on his head? Yeah, we got it. So that's how that would look. Kind of sitting all high, but that's kind of how it looks. Pretty decent. And then you have the option of stand up, buddy. There you go. Flipping these bad boys around, and you can get the impression that he's being down in front of his eyes. And let's see how hard that is to get off without knocking anything off. Worked out pretty nicely for us. So you have this optic look. If you adjust the helmet just right there, you can get that to where he's actually looking through. That looks really cool. Very realistic. I'm not going to get much better than that. Maybe a little bit more plastic to bring those optics closer to his face, so that the light doesn't get in real life, so you can do your thing. Looks really, really good. Next up we have his pistol, black and tan. Pretty decent. Let's see how well it fits in his gun case. Very snug. Perfect. Not going to fall out. It's really in there. You can see how much I can move the figure. Gun's not even moving. It's really, really nice. Comes out really decently. Okay, here he is holding it. I must say the hands, the plastic is a little softer, just a little bit, and it helped not forcing the weapon in his hand, so we get paint rubs, scratches, stress marks. So I think they're getting close to having perfect plastic formula there, but it went really nicely. The finger went right into the trigger hole where it's supposed to be. Looks super cool. Take his helmet off. I am not a big fan of hammer. I am a big fan of Baklava mask, but not the helmets too much. They have their uses, but the look wise, I prefer them without it. Pretty cool. Butterfly joints work nice. I do not have any blast effects with this character, so you'd have to buy some, or you might be able to get somewhat with the alternate hand, but I'm not feeling it there with the pistol. I'm really stressing it. So two-handed wield might be capable of it if you work with it, but I'm not going to stress it out too much. So looks good though. So for the hand demonstration, you can see, look, it's not as hard, it's softer. It's there, it's just a tad more, and I think it might be a perfect playability of tolerance. For his assault rifle, I do love this mold. I'm so glad they included this gun. My favorite so far. Removable clip, like the two, it matches the two he has in this vest. Very stiff. Front clip, silencer, laser sight. We have the rail system up tops, optics, black handle, black bar. It probably slides in and out in real life, but not obviously on the actual toy itself. This is nowhere near like a Marauder Task Force weapon, but it's still very, very nice and very, very cool. Here he's holding an assault rifle. Looks really decent. What I'll say about this imposability, it looks great, but getting that stock and the bias up there to get you to come across, even with those butterfly joints, quite difficult. Now you can bring this hand over, swap it out for the cupping hand. I'll show you here in a minute, or you can get it two-hand wield, but getting a deep cut position to grab that grip is quite difficult. As you can see here, I'm not going to stress it. That's up to you guys, but you might be able to get it with some work and a different set of hands that it comes with a bunch of. So it does have a draw barrel for the blast effects if you're interested, but nonetheless, very nice. It does come with a tan Action Force stand with the diamond plate, same one we're used to seeing. Put this in the Desert Deco. Okay, for a bunch of extra hands it comes with, got the same color, the padded gloves. This is a gripping hand. Here we have a punching hand. Pretty nice. And then we have this coupling hand here. Here's the other coupling hand. You can couple the gun. These all have the same joint inside. And then here we have the, I should have did the fist and hands together, but I kind of mix and match them up a little bit. So that's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 hands. Kind of too many for me, but pretty cool. Alright, very nice figure. Highly recommend it. Like I said, I paid $31.99 from Valaverse.com for this. It's pretty nice. I'm happy with my purchase. It'll make a great addition to my figures. What I don't like about it is the gray here around those butterfly joints and that pad. That piece that sticks out. They're trying to finish the oval stakes of the person, but this looks awkward in my opinion, especially when it's another color. If it's the same color as the figure, it kind of doesn't stick out as bad, but that does put a spotlight on it in my opinion. Everything else, the materials are good. The joints are hit and miss on this figure. Some are tight, some are not. Hope you guys enjoy this figure. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please like and share the video. Please comment down below. Help the channel out if you would like to by subscribing and hitting the thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and we'll see you in our next review.